I'm going to show you how you can visualize car interiors in Blender 3D. I'm going to show you the basic shit that you need to know if you want to pursue a career in the automotive 3D design industry as a 3D artist. Okay, so here's the way it typically goes down. You're going to work for a company. Maybe it's going to be a big car company. Maybe it's going to be a local company that does modifications and stuff like that. They're going to send you a sketch. They're going to have another guy who does the sketching, the guy who comes up with the idea, with the design, and then it's gonna be your job as a 3D artist to turn that 2D sketch into a 3D model, which then gets pushed further down the production line. I don't know what the fuck they do with that. It's not my job. I just make the 3D model. So the first thing that you're gonna start from is going to be a 2D sketch. Now I'm gonna show you some of these sketches on Google. You're gonna see that a lot of times these sketches, they look like they're 3D models, even though they're not actually 3D models. Okay, so this is a 2D sketch with somebody drawing something like somebody drew this up in Photoshop or some other program. I don't know what programs they use. And then you're going to have to throw this into Blender or another program and turn it into a 3D model. Now, this stuff is really tricky because it requires you to turn something like this type of image into a 3D model. You can't use a blueprint because, well, you can see that this is an image which is perspective distorted, let's say, right? So I'm going to show you now how you can turn this into a 3D model. So the first thing you got to do is find yourself a picture. Now, you can just go to Google and type in something like car interior concept design or something like that and find something that you like. I'm going to do it with this one right here. I don't know if this is actually a sketch because it looks pretty much like a 3D model to me. So it might actually be a 3D model. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you how you can process this image and turn it into a 3D model in Blender. Okay, so I like this one. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to save this to my computer. So we open it in a new tab, right click, save image as. And then once we save this image to our computer, now we're going to have to do some things to process it so that we can use it as a reference image in Blender. And the first thing we're going to have to do is get this little program called FSpy. You might have seen this in other Blender videos, and you're going to see how it works in a second, but just type in FSpy into Google. It looks like this. Just click on that, go to the website, download it. It's going to take you 4 seconds. I don't have to walk you through that part. It's the simplest installation process you've ever seen in your life. And after you install that little program, you're also going to Google FSpy Blender, because you're going to have to get an add-on for Blender, which is going to allow you to process files or to import files produced by FSpy into Blender. So you type in FSpy Blender, you're going to find this GitHub link, Stuffmatic, whatever. You're going to click on that, and then you scroll down a little bit. On the side here, you got releases. You click on this one. That's going to open up a new page in which you download FSpy Blender 1. whatever zip. You download the zip file. Don't open it, just leave it there. Just leave the zip file. And in a moment, we're going to set that up in Blender. So once you've installed your FSpy, you're going to open up FSpy on your computer. So you search FSpy in your start menu or whatever. And then you're going to pull up the image which you just downloaded from Google. So mine is, I think it's saved to my desktop or something. It might be in your downloads folder or whatever. You're going to drag and drop that image into FSpy like this. And that's going to open up the image in FSpy. So now you got these lines which represent the axis lines which you have in Blender. So the red is the x-axis, the green is the y-axis. You also got your z-axis here, but you can forget about that. And this is basically telling the Blender how the image should be placed relative to the floor grid, which we're all familiar with in the Blender 3D viewport. So you're going to take this red line here and you're going to align that with one of the lines. You have to find straight lines in the image. So one of the lines, let's say like this, let's say the horizon line or the line underneath the windshield, if we can take this one here, you're going to have to move the points here, which are at the end and the beginning of the line. You take the dot, you drag it, you can hold down shift to zoom in so you can place it a little bit more accurately. Don't worry about it being super precise because no matter what you do, it's never going to be perfect, no matter how hard you try. And by the way, if this is a 2D sketch and not a 3D model, it's not completely realistic, so you're never going to be able to get it perfectly right. Don't worry about it being perfectly right. Your job is not to recreate the sketch 100% as it is in the sketch in Blender. Your job is to make something very similar to this, to make something based on this, and maybe make some improvements, maybe come up with a few things. You're going to be going back and forth with your team as you're working on this, okay? So you try to roughly align these red lines here with some x-axis lines. Let's try these over here at the bottom. It doesn't have to be exact. A lot of times you can find some symmetrical features on the vehicle if you can't find any straight lines. So for example, you might be able to find the door handles or the things that open up the doors on the inside. You place one on one, the other on the other side, and that's going to help you make a straight line. but something like this is going to be good enough. And then we have to take the green lines and we have to align them with some lines which are perpendicular to the red lines. So in this case, we can use maybe this line on the door here. And we might also be able to use one of these lines down here. It's kind of hard to see because the image got a little bit pale because we opened it up in F-Spy, but we're going to find some line which works here. So I think this line down here is going to be fine. It's not rocket science. It's going to be different for every image. It's never going to be right. But as long as you're in the ballpark, it's going to help you immensely. You're going to have to be able to do this. So now, once you set this up, you're going to save this file and you're going to take it into Blender. So we're going to open up the file menu here. You're going to click on Save As, and then just find a folder where you want to save this. So I got a folder on my desktop, which is called F-Spy. I'm going to name this VW, that's Volkswagen, because this is a Volkswagen car. And then, once we save that, then we're going to go into Blender. And in Blender, let's just open up a new Blender file. This is a Ferrari that I made a long time ago. Some of you guys might remember this from my YouTube channel. I did this without the F-Spy thing, so I just eyeball this. But anyway, we're going to open up a new Blender file. And now this is where we're going to import our references. So now you have to install your F-Spy add-on for Blender first. So you're going to go up here to Edit. You're going to go to Preferences and Add-ons. You're going to open up this little menu in the top right, and you're going to find a button called Install from Disk. This is going to allow you to install an add-on from your computer. So install from disk, find where you have your F-Spy Blender add-on downloaded. Mine is in my downloads folder. You're going to find the zip file right here. Just click on that, install from disk, and that's going to install the add-on in your Blender. You got to make sure that this is checked when you search import F-Spy project. This is got to be checked. And now when you close your preferences menu, you can go up here to File, you go to Import, and in the Import menu you're going to find F-Spy. So this allows you to import files which are created by F-Spy. Okay, so click on that, find the thing which you just exported from F-Spy. So here's mine, vw.fspy import F-Spy project file. Click on that, and there you go. Now we got this thing in our scene. Wherever we move the camera, this is always going to be following. And as you can see, the lines from the floor, from the grid floor, they're going to be aligned with the lines in our scene. Now maybe they're not going to be perfectly aligned because we didn't set things up perfectly in F-Spy. But if you play around with this, if you do a little bit more precisely than I did, because I'm rushing, I'm filming the fucking video, so you can probably do it a lot better than I can. And now, all you got to do is start modeling. Now, the modeling is obviously a lot more difficult than just setting up the scene, but that's a whole different subject, that's a whole different video. And just to show you guys how it looks, is maybe you can take this default cube, you place it somewhere, and then you start extruding the geometry, and you start using that to sort of create this object. So maybe in this case we can push something backwards, we can push this forwards, we push this backwards, we want to align the geometry with this edge in the back, then we can delete the faces in the back which we don't need. Then we're going to push this forwards a little bit further, then we're going to bevel this, and you can see that now this geometry, it's not too difficult to trace the reference image with our geometry, and this is how you're going to start working on your model. So if you guys want to see me modeling more cars on this YouTube channel, interiors or exteriors, whatever, let me know down in the comments, okay? And I'm also currently doing a full car modeling course, step-by-step, on my Patreon page. I'm making an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. I'm working on the exterior. I got like 17 episodes or something out at the moment, and I'm going to keep producing them. So if you guys want to follow that course as it's going, if you want to ask me some questions, if you need some personalized help, you can check out my Patreon page. There's a link for that in the description. And also just let me know down in the comments what you guys want me to talk about in the next video, and follow me on Instagram, because I post stories, I post updates for what I'm up to on my Instagram page. I do Q&As and shit like that, so make sure you follow me there. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.